Ferrari Tuesday.
He's not full puff, but he's
Sitting at a light in 3 Ferraris.
We've spent the last 25 years building a business together.
Now we're building the ultimate driving collection.
All while having fun with family and maybe kicking a bush or two along the way.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We're gonna go through our Ferraris today. We don't typically get them all together like this. We're just kind of getting into the Ferrari game, right? We've been mostly about McLarens up to this point.
Maybe we can get a lot of Ferraris though.
Well, hopefully, we're gonna go through the plan a little bit today. We're gonna walk you through the 3
Are you going to
Ferraris.
tell them what we're going to try to get?
Of course.
We're doing that today?
We're gonna tell them, I think, what we wanna try to get. Have we mentioned it before?
I don't think so.
We haven't been too into Ferraris. We've had a few over the years.
A lot of work.
Correct, like McLaren, even Bugatti now to a certain point. They're more, feels like a close-knit family. You can talk to the executives a lot more. So it's a lot more of a process, right? So we gotta work a little harder, even though you have the money, you can't just go buy it.
You mean like how like the CEO of Bugatti, Remots, is coming to our event?
Yeah, so that's the first
That's the
time-
coolest thing I've
That's
ever-
the first time that they're gonna hear it, is that Mate Remots, who owns Remots and Bugatti, he's gonna come to the show on June 18th, all right? He's coming to our show, and we're not even gonna see our new Remots Nevera.
He's going to like uncover it, right?
He's gonna unveil our new Remots
Can he
at
pull it
the
off
show.
himself
He's
like that?
he's gonna do it. He's gonna do it, and
That's pretty sweet.
there could be a second unveiling of somebody else's Remots Nevera there. So
Different spec?
Different spec.
Now, how cool would that be to see 2 Neveras in one place?
For sure. So the event's gonna be crazy. You guys do not wanna miss it. It's not every day you get to talk to the CEO of Bugatti and Remots with unveiling for 2 customers. So make sure you make it out to the event, but we're gonna kind of go in chronological order here, right? I think that's the best way.
So we're starting with the old one?
We're gonna start with the old guy here. I call this Bianco Albino Balloon White.
I just call it like white. The Panda.
Okay, the Panda?
The Panda.
I like the Panda. So what year is this guy?
This is a 2014. I got it in 2018, so I wasn't the original owner.
This is one of your first supercars that you bought.
This was the very first supercar that I bought, yes.
This is very nostalgic to you. This will probably stay in the collection. This is almost like BDD's original Chiron, right? It's his first hypercar.
For sure, I think it's just worth more sentimentally than I would ever get out of it or put into something else. I'll always keep this.
This car has a 4.5 liter V8 with 570 horsepower.
I love that you told me. I didn't even know how.
Interesting enough about this car, all right, it still has a 7-speed dual clutch. It shares its transmission with an SLS AMG.
Oh, that's interesting.
You know that? Slightly older technology. So it's a little slower on shifts. It does.
It's got that driving experience of a Ferrari. It's not just like a fast car. It's
How fast does it feel for you?
of the cars we have now, it feels really slow. On the road, it feels plenty fast, but you get on like the drag strip, it's not beating any of these current cars or anything like the 2015 LaF that we'll talk about in a little bit.
So this is your first supercar. BDD's first supercar was also a 458, but a coupe, a red coupe. So you guys got your first supercars. They might be like 30 years apart, but still, you know what I mean? But that's it's cool because it's a staple for you and BDD. In the back, one of my favorite things is your white prancing horse here and the black taillights.
I love, yes, it's different. And in the front, it's a black. The black in the front, white in the back.
So we're going to take a huge jump from 1 year going from 2014 over to the LaFerrari hypercar for 2015. So very, very different, right?
It's incredible how much this was their normal supercar, and then you go to the hypercar, what a big difference there is.
Well, because you hadn't seen a hypercar, the Enzo, since 2005, right? So it had been a long time, and they were making this, and then they just made this. What's cool about this car? Obviously, it was part of the Holy Trinity, right? It's got the hybrid Curse system. It actually has a 6.3 liter V12, naturally aspirated, 789 horsepower for the motor alone, which is oddly enough the exact same horsepower as the A12, but that's a 6.5 liter.
Okay, that's very interesting.
This has 949 horsepower total combined with the hybrid system. They made $499. Now I believe the Apertas are additional to the $499 coupes. Yeah, I'm unsure about how many Apertas. Maybe it was $299. I forget what that was. Just look, the overall design of this car is just absolutely stunning. We bought the car right. We purchased it at a great time. This is worth considerable more money than what we paid for it at the time.
Great investment.
So I want to give a shout out to Gabe from Curated.
Gabe hooked us up.
Gabe hooked us up. He got us this car, so I want to give him a shout out.
We wanted red on red.
So having this is a big motivating factor for wanting to get the new Daytona SP3 Ferrari. So we didn't get an allocation for it, right? Because you got to get super high on their list. So we're going to be looking at getting secondary.
Yeah, instead of buying 16 Ferraris that you'd have to get And then they're already sold out. But.
For sure. So, you know, we'll pay secondary prices for it, but having a red, we want a red on red SP3.
Those are gonna look so good together.
So good together. So you get essentially a LaFerrari with brand new styling, and I absolutely love the styling of the SP3.
Well, and this thing kills, like, it hangs with all the new cars, even the hypercars on the drag strip, which is freaking amazing. Like, 10 years ago, this thing is like...
And not only that, but the reliability has been amazing. It has given us no problems at all. But having this sitting next to essentially a rebodied LaFerrari, but with no hybrid system, just a pure V12.
Insane.
Topless too.
I don't know, how do you compare?
It's probably, like, that's gonna be probably one of my favorite cars. Now, there is another car that we just purchased yesterday as of filming this video that, you know, we're not saying it yet, but, you know, it was around a $3 million purchase. It's probably gonna be one of our favorite cars.
Can I give you a hint about it?
Of course.
Okay, so it was owned by Floyd Money Mayweather.
Okay, that's a good hint because he's owned a bunch of cars, right? So one of my favorite things about Ferraris has always been, ever since I was super little, when BDD, he was gonna get a 360 Modena, right? So
yeah, he got ripped off on that car.
He put $20,000 down in the 90s, and it ended up being completely a scam. So they made off with 20 grand, which was a ton of money back then. And he swore off cars.
I mean, that was devastating.
It was. Coolest things I remember as a kid is seeing the Ferrari motor in the glass in the back. It is one of the coolest looking things, but like to be able to see that is just incredible. It adds so much to the car to me.
Like, that's what I hate about mine.
So, but you know, this is a staple of the garage. This is gonna be here. So 2014, 2015. Now we make a big jump into 2022.
Beautiful 812 GTS.
812 GTS, so naturally aspirated V12, 6.5 liter. This is the first front engine convertible from Ferrari in over 50 years.
Oh, is that true?
Yeah, so like the 550 Maranello, the 575, I believe there's another one in there. They only made those convertible. They were only special, like custom ones for customers. So even though you'll see some, they were not regular production cars.
Well, they did a good job.
They did. So
I love the line.
So, you know, if you haven't seen the video, we surprised Mama F with this. Go check that out. What an amazing gift that we're able to do.
Oh my gosh, no.
You gotta open the box.
Oh my gosh, that is not mine.
Yes, it is.
It is not mine.
Yes, it is.
Are you kidding me?
We thought it matched up with Tiffany well.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, the color is perfect. It's Azure La Plata.
It's like Carolina blue.
Yeah, I'd call that.
Call it Carolina?
Yeah.
Put a big Jumpman on it.
I love that. The interior, look, I love cream and white interiors. I mean, this blue on this, oh my gosh, with the navy accents.
Like, I had a hard time imagining how navy was gonna kind of go with all this, but it looks freaking amazing.
It's great, right?
I love it.
This is the start, kind of, I guess, to a Ferrari collection. You know, I do want to get the 296 GTS when that's available. You know, we want to pick and choose. Some of them we'll get on list for, some of them we'll buy secondary.
Well, one thing I love that I want to point out is the big painted badge. So big and so nice.
That's a really good point. So when you get them painted, they're about twice the size as if you get the badge. So you can see the difference in those two cars with the badges compared to the painted.
But don't you love how that badge stands out against the red?
For sure. Okay, so I get made fun of this option because I clicked the box. I got to show you guys. And like, essentially, it's just like relatively useless. So just this gloss carbon in here was like, I forget what it was, between 11 or 15,000.
Oh my gosh.
I know.
That's ridiculous.
Not a very smart idea.
No.
She's not gonna like show her motor to her friend, you know what I mean? I can be like, hey guys, look at my V12 6.5 liter.
But that's one thing about Ferrari, their engines are so beautiful. That's why they put the glass, and that's why you want to look at it.
They cover all this now with plastic, most manufacturers. That is a gorgeous motor right there. So those are the three Ferraris, but you know, we've done enough walking around. We're gonna go out, we're gonna talk about them as we drive. You're gonna be able to hear them. We're gonna go have some fun in these Ferraris. Segment,
jump on here.
Segment closed. So you guys got a quick overview of the three Ferraris that we have, and you know, some potential new Ferraris, and you know what we want to do with the collection a little bit.
So this is the first time we've gotten all three Ferraris out, which is pretty cool. Yeah, I know the camera's jiggling. We're going down these freaking paver driveway. We can talk more on 315.
Spec is amazing on this thing. 213 miles right now. You can tell it's from Mama F. She doesn't drive it a ton.
Okay, let's put it in manual. There we go. Got to warm up the tires, not go too crazy right out the bat.
That sounds so good.
We haven't had this car on the channel a ton, but this was my first supercar. It's always gonna hold a special place in my heart. I love the black and white spec. Of course, I've got like a million white cars. I need to put all my white cars together.
One of the coolest features on the Ferraris that I love is how it displays the RPMs on the top of the steering wheel electronically here with the huge tachometer right in the middle of your vision. You know, it's funny because that's like, you know, that's in sports cars, you wouldn't think about it because normally, you know, you want your speed and your speedometer right there in the middle. But for these, it's so helpful to have like just the tach right there for shifting right in your face. And the speed's almost secondary off to the left.
And I'm driving behind the 812 GTS and it looks so freaking good. And the LaF has always been one of my favorites. It just makes you feel like you have complete control of the car and inspires a lot of confidence while driving. This thing, when you get at higher speeds, it starts to float a little bit.
There is something about a Ferrari though that's just different. I also want to give a shout out to Evan at Miller Motor Cars. He put in the order for this Ferrari for us. Took about 18 months. Very custom order for this 812 GTS.
I hope we get the SP3. If we got that, that would be so crazy.
You know, I got Jason behind me in the 458. God, the LaFerrari's in front of me, but who's in? I don't even know who's in the LaFerrari. I still think it's a little bit weird that the turn signals are buttons on the steering wheel. Like there's no stalks at all on left or right side. Your lights, your wipers, everything, your turn signals is right on the steering wheel.
I just love having a Spider. You know, you just feel so much more connected. Being able to hear, smell, feel. I have a hard time not getting a Spider anymore. I always prefer a Spider. That's what's gonna be so cool about the SP3, the new secret car we're getting, and then the two 765s. Once Jordan and I get the two 765s out together, it's gonna be crazy.
Oh, when the valves open on it though. They should make every car a convertible. Why even have a coupe at this point? I mean, the convertibles look like coupes anyway.
We are excited to get more involved with Ferrari. We've gotten pretty big with Bugatti and McLaren. We'd like to see what we can do with Ferrari. We'll start building our collection.
You know, what an incredible experience and opportunity to be able to work with manufacturers like Ferrari, along with all the others, very carefully, exactly how we want, develop a collection, and not just a collection, but a driving collection. So, you know, just very grateful.
What's up, boy?
Hey, what's up?
Nice Ferrari!
God, you're hot in that, dude.
Nice Ferrari over there!
You're hot.
I just realized we're like Team America with red, white, and blue. USA! 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 There is nothing like seeing a LaF next to you. I'd almost rather be driving next to it than driving it. All right, well, that was our Ferrari experience. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you enjoyed seeing me in the 458, Jordan in the 812, and mystery driver in the LaFerrari. All right, bye-bye now.
So we know we haven't released merch in a while here, right? So we've been focusing on a lot of other areas. You know, we have some cool merch, right?
Yeah, this is probably the last release.
We've been working with new people on designs. We're gonna have some exclusive merchandise coming out, and it's gonna be available June 18th. Slagle Designs, amazing to work with. He's been amazing, and Brian from Roach has been incredible.
So we've got the best team now. We've been working on getting a good team together. So they'll drop live at the show. So that'll be your first opportunity, and then it's gonna be a limited run.
See, Dave got an upgrade.
Oh my God, look at what John did to upgrade it. But look, it's completely adjustable too, just like a normal seat.
It's like the new X-Men. Avengers needs that guy.
It's like a wheelchair throne for him. The back, that's hilarious. We need to see how the C8 does at the track. We've never done anything with it. We're just waiting for the weather to get a little warmer.
You want to go to the fish store, Dad?
Yeah.
We're gonna get some exotic fish. My dad has one tank, and we're gonna have another one.
All right, I do want to point out, people have been asking about Bruce. He is going to get an upgrade, right?
First of all, we found out Bruce is now Brucilla. I don't know, gender is but no, we found out he's a female. I don't know how else to say it. She's a girl.
First of all, if we're gonna go get fish anyway, we gotta decide what hypercar we're taking. All right, we're gonna be super pouring today. For
Exclusive
We're
look
gonna
into a
be-
blue
yep.
truck.
Your green piece of is boring.
Do you think your blue truck is more exciting than the Warlord?
Okay, what kind of fish do you want?
Our own puffer fish, first of all.
Puffer number one. You can't have an octopus that eats anything that goes in there.
Octopus and a puffer.
It'll eat the puffer right away.
It'll puff trying to eat it puffed up. How cool would that be? That's it right there. We found the two. Octopus, puffer.
Would you get an eel?
I'd get anything and put it in there together.
An electric eel. And
Yeah.
what electrocute people?
Are you ready to look at some sexy fish, Dad? Oh, that thing's
Oh my god, how much is this guy?
We're getting that guy for sure.
That guy's amazing.
Oh my god, he's huge.
Is this
Yeah,
an angel?
We gotta get that. We gotta get the biggest puffer you got. We need a blue one.
A blue tang. Jordan, you're good at negotiation. I think you try to get this guy for sure. Look at how beautiful that is.
Oh, he's gorgeous. Oh, that's so pretty.
He looks like a McLaren fish.
He does.
Axolotl. Most people know what an axolotl is.
No one knows axolotl.
Look at him. He's turned away from us. He looks almost.
Looks like a lizard.
Okay, I hope so.
I would love this, dude.
Have your axolotl in there with him? We gotta order a stingray.
I know. So we've been talking about getting like a big freshwater and like having some cool stuff in it. I know like my boys like the fish. Wyatt's super into axolotls. He has axolotl stuffies. He's 8 and he's just axolotl crazy.
They've gotten so much more popular since they put it in Minecraft.
He's not full puff, but he's.
Oh my god.
He's
that's-
definitely.
Dude, that's what you want right there.
Yeah. See, if you watch, you see his belly undulate. So he just like unleashed all that again. So now he's back to normal again.
Oh yeah. Look at this. Flexing the fish. Oh yeah. Flex. How long do you think I can stay like this?
Not long.
Okay, I'm tired already.
Please don't drop your fish already.
Dad, do you want to hold any of them? You want to hold one just for fun?
Oh my god, Dad, look at this puffer, dude.
It's so much bigger and better than yours. Dad, do you like our fish better than yours?
Look at how big he is. I think it's a shame that this car's in here.
Well, he wants to drive it.
But that shows you that's a daily driver. The Super Sport is a daily.
Driving that Daily Dave?
I drive it a lot.
That's his new name, Daily Dave.
Daily Dave?
You want the little guy in here?
You don't want the big one in there?
No, that's ours, Mom. Too
Oh,
big.
I love that big one.
Mom, it's still gonna be fish tank.
Yeah, I know, but you're gonna destroy it.
Can our subscribers bring me the big puffer,
Put
please?
that camera down for a second and help us.
No.
God.
Right, Dad.
Get that out.
Dad, you realize that when Brice is around us, he needs to film. That's his whole point of being here. Okay, what else is going in here?
What was that, Jay?
I said we love you, Bryce.
No, you can't put the starfish in there
Why?
because they get beat up by the puffer fish. How much was a dory? $1,000. I'm gonna release them, okay?
Release. Oh my god, watch him. Oh, he's
Told ya. Look at him go.
Whee!
Whee!
They're so whimsical. Time for Big Daddy Puffer Gary. Are you watching, David?
Go, Gary, go.
Don't poke yourself. Probably just poked himself.
Gary, go.
Baby Dory.